یک دو سه امتحان میکنیم. اینجا خونه آنایتاست.
Today I have a guest. My guest, she will introduce herself in a second, but today I want to ask her to give me, basically we will chat about Ghana and her experience traveling to Ghana. She's been here with me for the past 2 weeks, and today she's leaving Ghana. So I thought it would be a good time to ask her a few questions about her time in Ghana and what was it like. I will give the mic to her. We have one mic, so you have to deal with us today. I will give her the mic to introduce herself.
Hi everyone, I am Nahal. I am originally from Iran. I'm right now living in the Netherlands. Yeah, it was just my summer holiday, so I decided to come to Ghana to visit her.
Yeah. Let me give you a little backstory about me and Nahal. We've been friends for almost 15 years, I would say.
Maybe more, right?
Maybe more. Yeah, almost there. I moved to China in 2013 and Nahal moved to Italy in 2015. So we've been far away from each other, but every here and there we've been trying to meet up and see each other. So last 2 years we went to Amsterdam to see her. About a month ago, she surprised me and she was like, I think I'm coming to Ghana. I didn't believe her at first, but yeah, she really came. I mean, this is the proof that she really came to Ghana. I mean, I told her a lot about Ghana, but we never really deeply talked about Ghana. We talked mostly about our lives. So it was interesting to see her navigating through Ghana and seeing everything. So yeah, I will give this to you, Madame Nahal.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. She learned the yes, please very fast. What was your idea about Ghana before you come to Ghana?
In the first place, I wanted to see her and see how her life is. And I booked a trip just like I said, I'm gonna go. Though I was really a bit scared about like the fact that I'm going to Ghana and all the things I've heard in the Netherlands about it. And all the people around me, honestly, is like, why did you, like, what kind of holiday would this be? Like, what do you want to do there? And
But sorry, thank you. What were your friends telling you? Like, what was the main idea that you think people had, mainly in Netherlands? Because I know for Iranians, we know absolutely nothing about Ghana. So for that, I already know. But like, because you were in a country that I see a lot of Dutch people here, and I know a lot of Ghanaians live in Holland. What was some of the things that people were telling you about Ghana?
First thing I've heard is like, yeah, well, be careful, don't get ill there. Just like to take care of your physical health. And then at the end, like the last 3 days, I've heard around like, would you feel safe there as a girl? Like, oh, that you're gonna be, or you're gonna be robbed.
Oh.
And yeah, and then I thought, oh, wow, I didn't know that. Why would you say, like, I would ask questions, why? Because I had also no idea, right? Like, to be honest, you know, I've seen your videos, but, you know, that was the
any
idea.
of your friends ever traveled to Ghana?
No, never. No.
So it was mainly coming from people who have never been to Ghana.
No.
Sorry. We are really struggling with our one microphone. So what was the first impression you had of Ghana upon your entry? You can say it raw, it's okay. I mean,
Yeah. So
I'm sure my viewers will understand.
It was very sudden, right? I booked my ticket and I went to the airport. So like waiting to board on a plane, it was already for me, okay. Yeah, it was, I don't know, different.
Okay.
And then I arrived here and you told me like somebody is gonna pick you up. And like I had absolutely no idea what I'm going like to encounter. So I came down the like escalator and somebody was showing my photo.
A little backstory on that. I wanted to make sure that her entry is very smooth. So I had a friend who was working at the airport. So I asked him if he can pick her up just to show her how the whole immigration process is. And then I think the person didn't ask for the name. I also didn't tell him the name, and he just had a picture of Nahal. So I didn't know he was holding her picture and showing.
The first thing that shocked me that, of course, the massive giant,
Things that people
that
carry
things
on
will
their
carry
head.
on their head. It catches my eye every time I see it. And it's very interesting. It's like, yeah, it's all this travel was a bit of everything at the same time. I couldn't expect anything. What could come next? Like, we would go out to the shops and then in like walking on the really rocky roads, and then we come to the like a clothing shop who would sell €1,000 dresses. So for me, it was like, wow, yeah. I couldn't really know in advance what's gonna happen. The third was the people, of course, how warm and nice they were. They see me, one of them in Amsterdam. I worked for a year. I'm like a teacher at school. So I worked for a year for a school which was in the area for Surinamese in Amsterdam. I felt never welcome there. For a whole year, I worked at that school. I did my best. I wanted to really it was my first experience. But with those kids, which already, like the way they're segregated and everything is just another story. But I never felt they know me as one of them. Okay, I have to also the things you hear also there a lot is like the anger. I mean, not in a bad way, but let me put it in a better words, like the temperament, the passionate way of them talking, like they are a bit stronger, a bit I don't know how to, I don't.
So you mean over there they are not like, they don't act exactly like the way Dutch people are, so they're always seen a bit different. So people are a bit like stepping back from them because they don't know how to deal with Africans. Because from what you're saying, my impression is that there's a lot of fear of the unknown. Because that's why I asked you, any of your friends have ever been to Africa? Because if you say, oh, be careful going there, it's the same as our country, right?
Yeah,
People
true.
always say, sorry, people always say, like, be careful if you're going to Iran, something bad can happen to you. And every time someone says something like that, I ask, has the person ever been to Iran? Because, I mean, despite everything that happens online and every news, Iran is relatively safe. I always felt safe. I mean, there are political issues for sure, but not something that you feel on a daily basis. And the same thing happens in Ghana.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to me that your friends back in the Netherlands, they had also this fear of like, oh, be careful, like you don't know what's happening there. But it's just always a bit interesting to me how people are always scared to travel to third world countries or develop. I shouldn't say third world. I watched this video that I shouldn't use that word. But anyways, developing countries.
I mean, it was completely different. I mean, to be honest, I have to say I'm very not educated with the history of Africa or this continent and the countries here. Never been traveled to any of them, and so I know little. And let's just not generalize how all the Dutch people would feel or not. But it's just me and, of course, the people around me. So when I came here, I feel people are super welcoming, super polite. Like the politeness that we have in Iran is kind of is like we say in Iran a lot. Sorry, oh, I'm sorry, oh, excuse me, a lot.
Yeah.
And they say please at the
Yes.
same time. That word is like, and I really enjoy it. It's like somehow I don't know. It was sweet to hear that every time, to say no, please, yes, please do this for me, and a welcoming in a way that I have to like. I didn't feel I'm not part of them. I didn't feel at all unsafe at all. Like If I had to, go alone to the market, to the supermarket, to the shop, to the swimming pool, wherever, I wouldn't feel unsafe.
Now you've been here for 2 weeks. Do you think 2 weeks is a good time for vacation? You think there should be more or there should be less?
Yeah, it's very, it depends. It depends what you want to do here. If you really want to get to know a tiny bit of the culture, 2 weeks is just, I think, it's just good, right? It's very different than what, I was used to, let's say. So it would take more time for me to process. So I would have rather maybe to stay longer or something.
What do you think would be the highlight of your trip?
I think most definitely the highlight of my trip was that village we went for the surfing. I don't know the name.
Buswa.
The Buswa. Yeah, what is of course, being in a village was completely different than being, of course, in Accra. And then we stayed for 2 nights in was it resort? It was amazing. And at the same time, it really got me to think about I know nothing about Africa, and it was very different. It was bizarre.
What do you think of Ghanaian men?
Never dated
Anyone from Africa?
no anyone from Africa, so I don't know. But here I think I have a completely different view on them right now.
Are you open to date anyone from Ghana? For my viewers out there.
Sure. They were super chill, fun, good dancers, relaxed. Oh my God, relaxed. That's really it. It really calms my nervous system to go out partying here. I felt safe. I didn't feel at all that I'm bombarded by the look or touch, or even if they were drunk, I felt super safe next to them.
What do you wish you had in the place where you live that exists in Ghana?
So what I wish from here to take it with me. To be honest, I think life there is a bit fast. This speed really suits me, right? You take your time until you open the door. You take your time until you
Everything happens.
cross the street. And I really liked it. Nobody's in hurry. I'm judging just from last 14 days. And
I'm sure everyone watching this knows that you're only here for 2 weeks, so she doesn't know everything. She's just talking about her experience within these past 2 weeks.
And of course, that friendliness of people that I would have loved to have. Everyone wants to hang out with you. Everyone wants to plan something immediately, right? Yeah, it's just very small things that makes a lot of difference for you as a foreigner to feel safe and welcomed in another country.
I think finding friends is easier in Ghana, for me at least. I feel like people are more open to know someone. Another thing I've noticed with Ghanaians, and I try to learn, because where we come from, we naturally judge a lot. You have to get it right all the time. And here is you can be the worst dancer, the worst singer, and no one would judge you. People accept, okay, this is how you like to express yourself, then let it be, You don't feel like, okay, am I looking overdressed? Am I putting on too much makeup?
Yeah.
Am I talking too much? Am I saying too much? And I feel like that's something you get, at least I get whenever I'm home. You always want to be you don't want to be too abnormal. And I don't know about Holland, if that's the case there. The eyes are telling me that's the case.
Yeah, it's nothing that I want to hide. It's probably everybody knows. It's not, of course you are part of the society. It goes fast. It's just a nice country. It has a lot of comfort.
Is it easy to find friends in Holland?
Oh, that was a question. Dutch friends? At my age, no, it's not easy. If you go to school there, probably. But no.
But it's not like you just go to a random restaurant and you meet someone and you start talking. No one talks to you, or you don't do it? I just want to know.
No one talks to you.
But if you do it, what would they do? They won't talk to you?
Yeah, well, no, they are nice. Like, I don't want to generalize. Of
Okay.
course, they're like part of them super welcoming, but I don't feel that. Oh, I moved there and now I'm part of the society. It's not that I go to the bar and people comes up to me and like. Of course, it's also not in their culture.
Okay. They are more reserved,
Yeah,
you would say. I also wanted to know if you would like to come back one day again to Ghana.
I would definitely come back. And we already have a plan to, like, I don't know when, hopefully it happens, to go to South Africa. I would love to travel more in Africa. I would love to educate myself a bit more on what is happening here, you know. I don't know, like, but we know like almost nothing about what is happening in this part of the world. I mean, you hear a lot about Europe, you hear a lot about US, of course, and you know, everywhere.
Madame Nahal, Madame, and the Madame was new to her too. Is there anything you would like to add?
No boss.
He said no, boss. All right, boss. Thank you so much for being a part to come on my channel. I'm happy to have you here, and I cannot wait for you to come back to
You're
Ghana.
very welcome.
You can say, ah. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.